Maurice, we're glad to see you, brother.
Come up front.
Sure, absolutely.
Without a cane.
Without a cane. Look at that. Praise God. Glory to God, brother. He couldn't do this last time he was here.
It's actually what I want to talk about. Last week, I ended up in the hospital.
You want to sit?
No. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I can stand and
Well, I
sit.
can go. I know what's wrong with me. But go ahead.
Last week I ended up in the hospital. I had started getting these pains from my left hip all the way down my left leg, and it was a pain I'd never felt before. And after a couple hours of having this happen at different intervals, there was no rhythm to it. It just happened. I would get that pain, and then from the waist down, I would be numb, and I couldn't feel nothing. I got scared. I called my surgeon. He's like, "Get your butt to the emergency room now, quick! Something's going on." So I called Mom, and I said, "Mom, will you go with me?" I had nobody to go with me, and she said, "Yeah." Halfway to Hopstock, well, not even halfway. I got to Fort Branch, and all of a sudden, I lost mobility in my left leg. My left leg was paralyzed again. So I get to her house, I pick her up, and I insist on driving still. She's freaking out. She thinks we're going to die in a crash. But I managed to make it. Made it to the hospital. I walked into my car when this journey started that day, and I ended up, by the time my journey ended at the hospital, I was paralyzed, and she had a cart and with a wheelchair. Got in the emergency room, and the doctor was talking. He's like, "Okay, well, we're going to give you this test, and we're going to see what's going on, so we can light up your nerves." I'm like, "All right." So I'm waiting for him to come get me, and then all of a sudden he hits me. He's going to give me an MRI. So I call him back, and I said, "Man, I got 56 pieces of titanium in my back. You give me an MRI, you're going to kill me." He's like, "Oh, I didn't know that." So I'm like, "This is the guy that's going to fix me?" Yeah. So they gave me a CAT scan, and of course something showed up in the CAT scan, so they ended up admitting me. I got admitted, and they gave me 2 more CAT scans, gave me 3 x-rays, and then I got another CAT scan with contrast. And they come in there and told me, they said, "Well, there's nothing wrong with you." Well, I won't tell you what I actually said to them, but I was not a pleasant patient. I said, "Don't tell me nothing's wrong with me. There's something wrong. I can't walk. I can't feel." So they're fighting, trying to send me home, and I told them I'm not leaving this hospital. Well, in the meantime, Pastor Wayne comes to see me. And we talk and we pray, and right before he leaves, he goes, "Maurice, you're going to walk out of this hospital." God told me that. And I have to admit, I was very doubtful. I really was at that point. So about an hour after Pastor Wayne left, the neurologist came in, and she said the only thing we could do now is they got one more test we can give you, and it's called a myelogram. And what they're going to do is they're going to go into your back with needles, inject some fluid in there, contrast in there, and they're going to give you a CAT scan. And they said you're going to be lit up. There's going to be a camera. You can actually watch them going through your spine. So anyway, I got in there. I was all for it. I wasn't too keen about them sticking needles through my spine. Once I seen what it looked like a crochet needle about that long. And I'm like, "You're going to put that in my spine?" "Yeah." So they started doing it, and I'm watching it on video. And he goes, "Normally this test takes 5 minutes. Mine took 20 because he had a navigator and all the titanium in it." He gets in there, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh my gosh," like that. And I go, "What?" And he didn't tell me yet, but I saw him take another needle and insert it into my back. And there's this little dark spot. And I can see I've got eight 6-inch screws in my spine from my spinal fusion where he repaired some vertebrae. And it looks like one of the screws, some of the screws, like an 1/8 inch of the tip is actually going through the other side. He stuck that other needle in there, and he, like that, and it hit me all of a sudden. I had a feeling I could move. I'm like, "What in the world?" And, he's like, don't move, I got needles in you. He said what had happened was, he goes, "You must have had a bad fall." I said, "I've had 21 bad falls since October." He says, "Well, this fall would only happen if you fell on your rear." And I said, "I've had 2 of those real bad. I broke my tailbone twice since October." And what it was, he said, this little nerve had gotten dislodged from his canal. And it moved just a micromillimeter. It's almost even indistinguishable to see. But what it was doing, it was pressing up against that tip of that screw, one of those screws that's going through my spine. And every time I moved it or anything, it would do that and paralyze me. He said, he was showing how lucky you are. He said, for me to go into your spine and go to that exact spot is a 1 in a billion shot. He said this should not have happened today.
Praise God. Glory to God. Hallelujah.
Last week I was paralyzed. Today I'm walking without my cane now, and I'm stronger than I've ever been.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
I shared a post on Facebook that quite a few of you actually seen. A lot of you has accepted my friend request. And it said, "Oh Lord, why have you taken me through such troubled waters?" And the Lord replied, "Because your enemies can't swim."
Right.
And that couldn't be more true.
Amen. Amen.